nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears,
lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, hard, baby. You
Hello and welcome everyone to the weekly Open Cup of the North Division. This is the 21st tournament as we're going to be following the two teams White Lotus versus We Fit Tennis Champions. Wanted to make sure I got that correctly. Here in the booth with my friend Forge. Forge, how are you doing?
Uh, Hello, Sol. I must say it's a very cold morning today. Uh, but aside from that, yes, I'm excited. Some early morning casting is always a good start for a Sunday, I would say. So thank you for the introduction. And as mentioned by my friend Sol here, we are following White Lotus and we fit tennis champions playing Siege for some reason, but we'll ignore that for now because going by what we had last week, where we did see we fit winning, I assume, their last
No,
game.
they actually took second in that
Oh,
last
uh,
tournament.
yep, they took second, my bad. So we did
No,
see them going to the finals and placing second. So congratulations to them making that far. But now they're here in this week's Open Cup and they are playing against White Lotus.
yeah, I think they're looking for some vengeance, possibly trying to get that trophy this time around. They did look really good last tournament. Just fell a little bit short there. See if they can capitalize on their mistakes a little bit and just come out, as the victors. Because after all, they are the champions of Siege. Not yet. Tennis,
Not yet.
sure.
We will take their word on it. So we did see some good games the last time we had BFit on the stream. BFit does have some notable names from our previous Streamline days: Shibenuts, Vexion, and Barcode. All three capable players and fraggers. Vexion was a little on the back foot the last time. His attempt at playing Ash did not click as before we had seen, but Barcode and Shibe were definitely uh, good fraggers and in flexible roles. The others doing their respective parts in supporting their respective teammates. White Lotus a little new to me personally, but from what I can say, this does look like a challenge for refit tennis champions to see if they can progress to the next stage. The next, I mean, if we have, I mean, we will have a winner from amongst these two teams. The winner is going to move on to play SOS in the round of 32. So we are here joined today on this Sunday morning or evening or however it is in your respective time zone to watch White Lotus and we fit.
Yep.
Mhm.
We're just having a little bit of technical difficulty with the players. They're removing banned skins just to get this match underway. We are going to be playing Cafe. In terms of both of these teams playing, I haven't seen either one of them play on Cafe, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of bans are coming out. Just speculating, I think we might possibly see, something like Monty or a Nomad or a Thatcher on attack. Um, as for the defense, that's a little bit more up in the air. Maybe a Valk Pulse from below. Not sure. Um, what are you expecting going into this cafe match, Forge?
Yeah, so I would say Thatcher ban is still compulsory at this stage, even with the new season having come in and Thatcher rework having been in play for quite a while. I don't see people moving away from Thatcher ban because even with disabling the electronics, he's still pretty strong. Monty is a good ban, I would say. Monty and Nomad both are equally good because one of them cuts off flanks, and Cafe does have three staircases. So assuming you do block off even two of them, that's two rotations out of the play for defense and uh, attack can push in, especially into the 3F side, they can push in safely. Defense, Valk, you're right. I do think Mira is considered a good ban here because at least on Kitchen and in 3F, you do have Mira being significantly influential. Generally, you're holding it from the balcony side towards the bar drop down itself. Sorry, skylight drop down. So in case of kitchen, you have a Mira holding towards bakery, and bakery is the prominent push, the direction from which the push comes when you're taking the kitchen side. So Mira, I would say, has a higher probability of being banned. I don't think Echo is going to be banned. He's a lot easier to counter now. People might bring him in for one or two rounds, but the ban as such doesn't look to be that appealing to me. He's strong. He's still strong. I wouldn't say he's weak, but no longer a necessary ban as before. Maestro is another contender for a ban, I would think, because he's still there. He can still soak up some utility, even if you have Jaeger and Momai eating up fuel projectiles, you can still soak up fair amount of utility with Maestro while skilling that bulletproof intel. So definitely, Maestro is also a pick of mine. Attack, I'm leaving a little open. Thatcher, maybe Nomad, like you mentioned. A little unconventional ban, I would say, taking out Ash or Zofia for the utility clear if, say, defense. I think VFit's on defense now. If VFit wants to bring more utility, then maybe they would take out Ash or Zofia. But aside from that, these are my picks.
Carefully thought out. I would agree with you. Mira seems like a pretty good ban from what you were saying, and definitely Nomad for sure. Just to cut off those flanks, if WeFit decides to go a little bit more aggressive, that might play into the favor of White Lotus in this matchup. What I want to see is who's gonna come out on the top of the WeFit tennis team in terms of fragging. You mentioned 3 names, and they're all sort of the heroes of the team. And from what you've seen, what or who, mind you, do you think is going to play the most influential role?
Uh, Good question. I don't know if there have been any changes since last week's round. I'm pretty sure the team would have gone back to work on their positioning and their roles in the respective round. We do know somebody like Shibe is really good as a dark player. I don't expect too many spawn piece coming in because that's still a risk a lot of people wouldn't want to take. Definitely not the early rounds. Maybe when you're up 5-1 or 5-2 or 6-2, you could go with some nutty plays all the way to the typical dark spawn pick that goes towards River Dogs and Cafe. Uh, I would think that uh, some Barcode or Shibe would oscillate in their entry fragging roles. One of them would pick up entry in one case, and Barcode picks it up from a solo entry frag from the other side, probably pushing in from Christmas market area. So I think they'll if VFit wants to play safe, they're probably going to go with the same lineup that they have all the time. To Chibe and Barcode on entry, Vexion maybe on flex, and the other two guys playing support. That's my prediction. I'm not really sure on White Lotus. I mean, I'm keen on seeing who on White Lotus is going to shine out and if they can actually trump this squad of VFit. So right now we do have the match having started. We are going to the operator ban phase. As discussed between Soul and I, we do expect Thatcher and maybe Jack is a little surprising. It's not unexpected, I would say, because it's good to cut off some roams with the help of Jackal, and we do know that Shive Nuns does like to. Sorry, my mistake. VFit does like to roam a lot, so we'll have to see what White Rose comes out because Jackal has eaten up one ban face, and now they are left with Thatcher or any other influential ban. And yes, Thatcher does go out of the equation. And we're all moving to the defense bans. A quick refresher. We expected something like a Mira or a Valk ban. So let's see what their plan is right now.
It'll be interesting that Nomad's left on the board here. That's going to play into the hands of the attackers, especially if the defense wants to get a bit more aggressive, because Jackal is one of those roaming operators that get rid of the people trying to, be a sneaky snake. And as I predicted, we see it. It's the Valkyrie, and I would say probably one of the more influential defenders in this new season, in terms of just where you can place those cams and the fact that you can yellow ping off the cams. So it just makes it a lot easier for the defenders to know some good intel, especially on Cafe. Huge map, 3-4s. It's always good to know where those attackers are coming from. And the last ban, Maluzi, seems like Maluzi's becoming more of a default ban on defense.
I can understand that. She's still Ubisoft has still left her with 3 Banshees. Even those 3 Banshees just being there, you could lock down some hallways, like the entire white hallway on 3F coming up from White Stairs, or with the absence, with the typical pixel peak that you see in the piano towards the wall and the windows, that attack generally starts pushing in from that direction. That is no longer going to be of use, because you can see here that Jaeger is not in play, and you probably just have 2 shields, one coming in from Warden and the other from Smoke. So the pixel is not going to be preferred. That was generally a default setup that people use in the piano room, but that is not being preferred. Rather, we have VFit going for more of a straight up push, saying that if they're going to be smoking or flashing, they'll just counter it with an active counter in the form of Warden. So I'm interested in seeing this, because this looks like a half Intel denial meta that you're seeing. You did see mute Mozzie very often, but you now have Mozzie only, mute not being played. Instead, they would want to bring smokes with the planned denial. So you do have Mozzie trying to deny any intel from probably either of the stairs, because that's a common drone points. Nice pro league skin being used by Barcode. This, by the way, a quick reminder, is allowed. We are playing by the Pro League rules. So this one's, we have the Pro League sets and the regional Pro League sets, the APAC EU sets being allowed, but any of the other custom skins are not allowed. So at 2:42, the round has officially started. We have gone with the start of the game between White Lotus and VFit. The attackers are starting to make position ups to these sides. Standard hatch openings that we're going for. We are yet to see get a more in-depth view on the defense's setup. Vexion bringing, and the first kill comes in from Vexion while I speak. He is opening his account after the slightly erratic performance that he had last week. This is good from the Ella. He has lost about half a health, gets a quick juice from the Doc player, who is Ciaris. And is he going to get something here? No, he's contesting the person there on Rappel. It's an exchange of shots here between Zofia and Vexion on Miguela.
Yeah, it looks like Vexion really is out for blood just start of the first round, as it is 4v5, so the Ella just wants to see if it can get another pick, especially in this influential spot of stage or outside of Cigar. You see Warden peeking onto that skylight in the same vicinity as Ella, just trying to waste as much time for the attackers as possible, as 3 of them, maybe 4 of them, are still on top of these hatch drops. Habana finally drops onto White, gets Grismont charged, and that's another pick for Ella off of that drop. Really nice shots from Ella. Just still wasting time in the most probably pivotal spot you want to be in as an attacker, especially with 1 minute left. Sophia on these red stairs trying to challenge the Ella. Unknown of the Ella's creeping on the reinforced or broken wall from Habana, and Sophia gets the kill. Low HP and Warden gets the down. Smokes go out on red stairs. Smokes on Cigar, gets a challenge and a shotgun, and just like that, the round's over. Really good hold from WeFit.
So the 2 opening kills we did notice that it did I would say disorient attack a little bit, because at that stage we did have 2 of their most important players out of the equation. Vexion finally coming into play after a week's break. That has definitely worked out well for him. We had seen the Ella shotgun being used in the previous round, which was pretty influential to a certain extent, but now the transition has been made on VFit's side to the Scorpion, and that is definitely worked, getting both the opening kills and delaying the attack on the right stairs significantly. That angle from Shiba Nuts on the Warden all the way to the skylight was a difficult one. Just missing out on the kill on Foxy, who was the sledge there, attempting to get an angle onto either side of the site. So that was a close call, but towards the end, the White Lotus had to make a hasty push into side. They were running out of time. They had less than a minute left, and 2 players down. Plant was not down yet, and that pushing directly into the attackers, the defenders' line of sight, did cost them that round. So we'll have to see if there's any improvisations being made from their side. We do have a Maverick brought into play right now. Defense would like VFit is going to stick to their standard loadout. I do notice a Rook being played. I think the Rook was there in the previous round as well.
10 seconds left.
So we do notice the Rook being played. They have preferred to go towards the kitchen, but I
5
think
seconds
you're
left
going to
before
also
insertion.
see the Ella of Vexion going for a deep roam in
Attackers
topside.
are
Oh,
heading
he
out
is
to
getting
defuse a
very
bomb.
aggressive and with a pistol spawn peak. These guys are feeling good. Oh, that does not work out for him. Foxy wants his vengeance. He takes it on behalf of his team. With the first kill going to Foxy onto Vexion, and that's their deep roamer out. And I think that effectively clears out the entire top floor. No, there is one other guy. Oh, that's a close shot, but no, he does not get that kill. So the yellow ping's coming out, and this is Ciares getting bold with the ward on the same side. There, he just when Foxy makes his move outside. No, Shibenuts gets the kill, first kill for the team onto Oblivion. That's the Hibana out. Now White Lotus has brought in 3 hard breachers, one for one Hibana, Cloaker on the Thermite, and Flicker on the Maverick. But with the Hibana being out for the kitchen side, the Thermite has to effectively use one of it on these hatches, which was soft. But no, we do have another trade of kills here. Flicker does get the kill
Recovered their
onto
diffuser.
Asphyx. Oh yeah, that's a trade. Oh, we don't often see this. That's a good trade. It's down to a 3v3 at 151. It's still fairly in the defender's court at the moment because the walls are open. None of the utility has been cleared. A quick point to note here: we don't actually see that much of utility as before. More of bare bones gunplay. You have Rook with the 2x and P5, and Ciara going for the bottom with an active intel. That hatch being left open was very confusing for me. You would generally want that hatch reinforced so you can burn as much utility as possible. I would assume that the Ella did go upwards to get the hatch, but decided, screw it, I'm going to go for a spawn peak. Didn't work out in Vexion's favor, but at this stage, 3 versus 3. Both guys pushing it to the hatches. Is he going to get the C4 kill? No, he does. Chooses not to go for the C4. At 1 minute left, we are at 3v3. Oh, they are starting to lose some health. Ciares is down to 50% health, and the vertical angles coming in does get the juice from the top of barcode. No, we don't get any kill at the moment. They're starting to get angles on the side, slowly starting to put in some pressure. The concussions go out. Sled's opening up the angles onto kitchen. Let's see if he can try to put significant pressure on. Shots fired, lead being exchanged. And is he going to get something here at the moment? No, 40 seconds. They need to start making the push into side. The hatch is open, but the wall is not. This would be a good time for Cloaker to quietly make his move onto the freezer wall and get that open. Or maybe the kitchen wall is also equally good. All 3 of them are in that one red hallway. I don't generally see that, but I can also. This says, oh, that's a prone angle, does not work. Shiba not getting the kill, getting 2. Does he get 3? No, yes. Oh, no, he does not. And he does try to get up. I'm surprised they allowed the revive. But no, Doom does get the kill. It's a 1v1 all of a sudden. That's a pistol exchange. Oh, he does land some shots. It's a Ciares does not take too much damage, but Ciares does get the kill on Doom. It came really close towards the end too. In a 1v1 could have been a nice pistol end that we could have seen, but VFit finally telling that no, we would like to close this round after the beam spawn peak in the start. This round does go. They have successfully defended 3F and kitchen.
That was a crazy round. Even from the start, I think we called that peak from Ella a heat check, just to see. She felt it in the first round. She wanted to see if she could get a pistol spawn peak. Unfortunate, didn't happen. Wasted not very much time. The attackers almost had it with 40 seconds left, and Doc, I think, almost lost that round. He could have easily got those 2 kills and went back into Bakery and made it a 2v1 situation. Good for, if I'm not mistaken, it was the
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
I can't
defused by
remember.
attackers.
The 1v1 situation was the Zofia versus, I can't
Warden.
remember, the Warden. There we are. Good on Warden there. My mistake for forgetting the operator. It's such a crazy round. But yes, good on Warden that round for getting the 1v1 clutch and making it a 2-0 for WeFit on this 3rd round. And they decide to go Reading and Fireplace.
So we are seeing
10
some
seconds
differences
left
from
before
the previous round. The Asphyx is still on Mozzie, Veteran sticks to his Ella. Barcode goes on to Doc. Ciaris decides that he's had enough on Warden,
seconds to locate a
despite the
bomb and
clutch
defuse it.
before, and Shive goes to Smoke. That's not something I have seen it offer. Texion is definitely looking bold of it. I think that first shot probably gave his position out, but people have decided not to spawn in river docks and they've gone for this. Oh, that's a cheeky bullet hole. Even with the 1.5, it's very good, especially the 1.5, I'd say, because 1.5 is a god side. It gives you everything that you need to see. Barcode decides to fall back. He says, no, not worth the risk. He's going to save some time later on. But meanwhile, Foxy has lost 75% of his health. People have taken it onto a safer road. They decided that no, let's spend some time reinforcing, and we will. Oh, this is CRS is running a boss G with the 2.5 ACOG. We have not seen that in a long time in any play outside of casuals. Is he going to get a cheeky one tap with the boss G? Please get it done. It will make my morning a lot more interesting. But decides to fall back. If we might see some of that coming soon. A grenade lobs off from Foxy, and he does get a beautiful lob. Yeah, sadly, the boss is out of the equation now. But credit for the perfectly calculated grenade. Gets the kill on the Vigil. Vigil out of the equation is always good because he can waste 12 seconds of time repeatedly, of course, with the Gab 16.
What a
Ow!
shot.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Oh, two shots from
Chipe.
there.
Yep. Oh, he tries one, but unfortunately, who's this guy? Doom. Okay. Doom of Zofia says no, enough. But this is good, at 110 seconds, these guys aren't pushed into side here. These guys actually haven't even gotten into the building. Some exchange of shots coming in from the flicker on Ash. But meanwhile, with the smoke out of the equation, oh, he gets the bold run out. Oh, the run out does not work. Mexion.
Wow.
But at 3v2, I would still say this is fairly doable. It's actually surprising that they have not gone for any of the hatches. They are not reinforced any of it. And a lot of shots coming in. Doom is down to one shot from the Doc on Barcode. He's just going for a spree of shots. No, Asphyx takes the kill on. It's Cloaker with a full thermite and Doom with just one sliver of health. If he just grazes, if he just falls off the wall, no,
Oh,
Doom gets
how
random.
unfortunate.
Oh, the
Good.
withstand coming in.
Attackers recovered
Does
the
pick
bomb
the
diffuser.
C4.
Wow.
He does have the same health as he was before he got dropped down. So this is getting a little interesting here. Cloaker is still on full health. He's going passively down the red stairs, finally firing a few shots. 15 seconds left. They start making a move. No, Asphyx says no. You will drop the diffuser right now. It's a 1v2. Cloaker needs to start doing something real quick. Barcode's on juiced up. Overheal. No, he does get the shot. Barcode says, nope, I have 40 health extra armor from my French juice. And the round eventually goes off. It's a 3-0 at the halfway point of the first half. Refit has taken the lead.
Yeah, I wonder what that French juice tastes like. Sophia definitely needed some after she impacted herself down, withstood, and unfortunately bring out her utility at the wrong time. Mozzie peaked at the right time, got the kill, and they won the round because of it. And they're going back up top after a flawless 3 rounds. Just looks like an easy game so far. From the defenders, as we'll see if Vigil decides to bring out his Boss G once more, as we see 6 picks from Twitch to Twitch and from Goyo to Goyo. Wow, riveting. As we're going to load into this site, and so far it's worked out for them. What you were talking about before, Forge, this sort of intel denial setup of the Mozzie and the Warden really working out to their benefit, with the smoke helping in terms of holding the attackers back as much as possible.
Yeah, so right now we're having a discussion about the skin being used. So they're going to be investigating that in the further rounds. Meanwhile, we will move on to the next round. We'll see about that as things progress. There are some changes coming in. There's at least one change coming in. The dock has been swapped out by Barcode for the Goyo. If I'm not sure how many viewers are there from our previous games, but the Goyo is one of my favorite operators from a gameplay perspective. Screw that. The Vigil is out again. Sadly, no Boss G anymore. The person who killed it though, that's Oblivion on the Lion. Opens his account finally, but it's good. It's a mixed bag seeing Lion. You don't often see Lion anymore because he's no longer in the meta. The meta is more rewarding towards an entire utility dump and to be so kind. Lion is on the opposite end of the spectrum. He's the king of the cancer meta. We do remember from the Chimera days where we had Jackal, Lion, and Dokkaebi and Ying causing.
That was almost a C4 onto the hatch of Red Stairs from Sledge. That would have been a pretty good kill there. I think that was Warden's C4. As I think he's trying to prep the same run out he did last round on the Zofia repelling. Let's see if he does it.
He's doing it.
He does it pick this time, but gets Claymored. Oh my gosh. 4v3 situation, minute 40 left. We're seeing a lot of crazy stuff happen in this match so far.
These guys had a good Saturday night of shows. The Sunday night they're just trying to get something, having some fun, throw things around. But whatever it is, it's giving a good, entertaining game. Vexion does do the same thing. He does get the kill and loses out. Goyo's trying the pixel that was previously famous by Wumai and Jaeger, but right now he's making the good use of his 2x on the Slug DMR. Oh, that's a bold move there. Oh, he does get... Oh, that's Shibinas. He gets the kill elsewhere onto the Lion. So before Lion could even use any of his utility, he's lost. The Twitch does lose some health. Twitch of Doom does lose some health and decides, no, it's best to fall back because of the pixel is pretty strong, even with that slug shot and semi-auto. No full auto, no longer a 416 standing behind the shield, but at 49 seconds we start seeing some of the smoke coming out. The smoke was previously removed in the previous round, pretty early on, so they didn't have much plan denial, but at this stage the smoke's still in play. We start seeing some delays coming out. Goyo does pop the shield, Barcode falls back into sight, and we now have a lot of exchange of shots coming in from attack and defense. It's all up to just Doom and Cloaker out. Doom just does equalize the score, takes out the Goyo. It's all up to Smoke of the Shield of Shibinas and S-Fix of Mozzie.
Yeah, to be fair, the Smoke SMG-12 has been working out for Shibinets. My mistake if I butchered his name, as Mozzie gets the pick into Freezer 1v1 situation and Mozzie clutches it out in the Freezer door as Habana is challenging that cocktail hallway. 0-4. Spectacular defense so far. I just want to see, you know, a better fight from White Lotus before the round swap. They just need to get some sort of a momentum going. I'm not sure what they need to change. They've gotten the early picks early in the round, and it just doesn't go their way later in the round. The defense is just having their way, just wasting as much time as possible, and White Lotus just doesn't know how to attack in the later rounds, trying to push and get that bomb down or just get the late frags to make it you know, a round win. As we see a Clash 6 picked onto a Kaid.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
For a split second there, I saw Aruni and was confused. Wait, that's not allowed, but that was just a split second bomber pick. But then they moved off to Kaid, which makes sense for the kitchen side. You would want to use a Kaid to... There is a specific spot where you can throw in your Electroclaw and get both the hatch and the freezer wall, which is very useful to, because you just have one taking out both of them, and attack will have to spend some time either putting in the drones to find out where exactly it is, or go with more of a vertical play in that region. So Kaid makes sense for a pick. It's not much of a sixth pick, I would say, because most people at this stage have predicted that a Kaid is a default pick. Oh, these guys do love their dock a lot, and Ciaris is going for a spawn pick with this dock. No longer an Ella, but you do have a dock going into a spawn pick. Let's see if he's going. Was that the C4 again opening the hatch?
I believe so.
Yeah, because Kaid has lost a C4 as well. We just lost all of his impacts in the round that just started. Rook has lost his impacts, and of course the wire is already out. These guys are going to make this Sunday really entertaining. So
Yeah, one thing to note is there's no smoke this time around. So we'll see if that plays a part into the demise of Wheat Fit in this defensive hold, as we see Rook roaming towards Small Bakery. Might get a pick. No, the attacker has roamed off. Oh, comes back, and just, the Rook falls off just a little bit late. Could have gotten that pick onto Sledge. So it looks like Sledge is going to go towards this reception area. No, he's going to rappel up, maybe get some vertical angles, break some floors, and as I say that, Vexion gets the first kill onto the Sledge. Vigil gets a second kill onto that Sophia. Habana gets a presence into the third floor, and it's a bloodbath as she does that. 2v4 situation as Mozzy's trying to get intel on this Mav towards Whiskey. Oh wow, and doesn't even know that the Vigil is there towards Whiskey. As Bomb is down and it's a 1v4 situation, Habana is on New Hatch. Just trying to see if she can find a pick or two maybe. Here's the gun of Vigil down gold stairs. I think she's just waiting out, seeing if she can find a pick. She does have a minute left, so let's see if she can bring something together here as she goes down white stairs. Probably gonna meet the Kaid there in just a few moments. Oh no, he's in Small Bakery. The outline has deceived me, as she's just making her way down, trying to see if she can catch these defenders off guard. Let's see if this ult 1 pops out and Habana gets a headshot. Just a little HP gone, and it's I don't even know what to say. That was such a crazy round at the end there. Habana was trying her best for her team just to get some sort of momentum going. Got the first kill, but Vigil comes up the red stairs and gets the second one. 0-5 so far.
Yeah, at least in the first 3 rounds, we did see a decent amount of competition coming in from White Lotus. I mean, some of their counter strategies were bringing the game down to a 2v1 or a 1v1, but I must say the last 2 rounds have been extremely one-sided. You just have WeFit steamrolling, taking out the early players, and then you can see some active demotivation coming in from White Lotus. They seem to pick it up a little later in the round, but at that stage, the time is not in their favor. So at 5-0, unless White Lotus pulls out some rabbit out of their hat, they're probably going to have
Defenders, protect your
a
bombs
hard
from being
time
defused by
pulling
attackers.
back from 6-0. Oh,
We
this is
see
a
a
meme game for
detail.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, we see the Cavi brought out, the Vigil get TK'd. I think what WeFit's trying to say is, I think we got this with one man down. Let's see if White Lotus can bounce back and show them that they have to try at least. As they did choose Reading
10
Fireplace.
seconds left before insertion.
We see the Pulse probably going to play below. We see the Cavi.
5 seconds
See
left
if
before insertion.
she can get an interrogation for us, just for the content.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and
As we
defuse it.
see the attack just spawning in. Let's Kaid shooting a drone. It just seems like WeFit feel confident, and just like that, they shouldn't, because Habana gets a great pick early round. Once again, onto the Mozzie. Definitely an influential operator, as he is their primary, well, I'd say secondary intel, but you'll get to drone a bit easier. Maybe not worry about those pests. As you saw the Ionic clone go up the gold stairs, Pulse was there to shoot it out. Probably rotated towards Reading, as Pulse and Caviar are having a little meeting there. I think Caviar is getting a phone call. I'm not sure if she's going to answer. Nope, she's going to shoot out the
A bomb has been located.
the little nitro cell there. So as she blows up the cocktail hatch, and there's a pick onto the IQ that tried to push in towards that Reading door, and that's a good night. And I feel as this is going to be an 06 swap into Wheat Fist attack.
Okay, so people are definitely actively trying to have fun here. They're focusing a lot on this. It's down to a 4v2. Let's see if there's one extra win here. Doom gets the kill. It's a 4v1 now at this stage. CRS is just going to wait it out and see what's going to happen. With the OP does get the kill, but no. Cloaker says no, we will take this one round and we will see what happens in the further rounds. That's finally, after 5 rounds, we see White Lotus opening their account. So at 5 on stage.
We see Doom saying they finally won a round. Good for them. They proved me wrong. I said good night and it's good morning. They found some sort of life, some sort of momentum. Yes, sure, WeFit did some team killing. WeFit did meme around a little bit. But hey, that's what gets you a win. You need to be put on the gas pedal all 7 rounds. If you want to win tournaments, I think you got to play it seriously throughout, no matter your competition. You always got to respect everyone you play, for sure. But good for White Lotus on the swap to actually get a round win. Let's see if their defense goes a little bit better. Let's see if they can capture that momentum from that last attack round and do something on this defense. It might be just a defensive heavy game, as we're going to see kind of a similar lineup brought from White Lotus, except we're not going to see a Mozzie. We're going to see a Wamai Jaeger combo with a Pulse, but we're still going to see the Warden Smoke. And they're going to get that deployable shield onto Pixel. Let's see if they can deny certain utilities, such as the breaching rounds and the stuns from the breaching rounds from Ashe, the stuns from Hibana and Nomad, and Amaru, and Blackbeard. Wow, there's a lot of flashes here on the board. I just noticed that. Yes, and we're seeing the new ADS system in play, as you saw Jaeger laid some down into the I'm sorry, what do we call this? The pixel peak? Yes.
Yeah, that's called just
behind the couch there. So instead of it catching 2 or 3 flashes, it's kind of like a Wamai magnet where you throw one, it catches it, but it has some time before it catches another flashbang.
Jaeger seems to have lost some health. I'm not sure if it was due to some exchange of shots or he ran into the side of the smoke, making the rotation hole. Meanwhile, Vexion does get the kill onto Barcode, his own teammate. Come on, bro. That's not okay. That's vengeance. Meanwhile, Oblivion of the Pulse on Pulse does lose out. Amaru wants to go for a rush. Oh, I'm surprised he's not dead immediately, but he is dead immediately. It's a 4v2 already. Doom also gets a kill onto Vexion. It's all up to Shivin, who's the Blackbeard. There's always a controversy whether Blackbeard is a clutch operator or not. I can say he's a clutch operator, definitely. He has moved in and trying to push in towards the Pixel and Piano. Arguably one of the better operators to push the Pixel. Gives off his position with the SR25 DMR. It's not something you see often. People prefer bringing in the full auto because the SR has been nerfed fairly. It used to be around 71 damage. Now it's 62 or 63 or something like that. It's no longer a guaranteed 2-shot on all arms. So it's with the shield on, it's still a pretty formidable weapon, and it's a decent weapon to push the pistol. But there are a lot of angles coming in. One coming in from the freezer room, the room in front of freezer, and we have obviously the Pixel. Gets the easy kill on that. Foxy closes the round off. They get the second round. Finally, we are at 5-2.
Yeah, at this point, I think WeFit's just kind of shooting themselves. No pun intended, as that's 2 rounds in a row that they just decide to kill their own members for some reason. I'm not sure why, but good on White Lotus for taking advantage. They won their first defense. They're taking the momentum. They're going to go first floor. We're going to see a Cade Bandit, Castle Jaeger Smoke, and we're going to see the Blackbeard Amaru, Ash, Sledge, and Nomad. Not sure anything's changed from the top floor on the
Attackers need to
attack
locate
there.
and defuse bombs.
But on the defense, we're going to see a couple of denial operators in the hard breach that
Bomb located by
WeFit
attackers.
did not bring. So we'll see how they decide to attack this first floor. Maybe they go second floor and get just some vertical play going with Sledge, with Ash, and see if they can get some picks, maybe some nades from Sledge. As I don't think we're going to see any sort of wall open towards Bakery. If we do,
10 seconds left before
I'll be surprised.
5 seconds to go.
As
Attackers are moving to defuse the bombs.
we see the attackers coming in, Castle put up his final barricade onto that whiskey door. We see 4 people spawning in the same area, pushing Bakery just like I said they wouldn't. Interesting, as they're droning in, Sledge is already in, and we're going to have his teammates straight behind him. We're going to try and go for a rush as Smoke pulls out his first canister, and they're trying to get this denial off of this prep wall and get clear the ADSs with all these flashbangs. Nomad flashes herself, unfortunately, as Bandit's getting a flank off to this gold area, going towards red stairs, seeing if he can see someone onto small Bakery. Kaid's watching as Ash and the bomb carrier go into prep, but no wide peek from Kaid. Smart on him, as the attackers are just trying to find their first initial pick with 2 minutes left. Everyone is still on Bakery. Ash might decide to rotate as she just left outside. Jaeger is second floor towards red. We see a couple of soft roamers as Castle is bottom reception, gets spotted out. Wow, what a shot from Nomad with her secondary ACOG pistol. Almost gets 2 onto Jaeger. It's a 3v5, 2v5. Jaeger is still on red. Blackbeard's 1 shot, but in kitchen. Bandit gets the shot on, goes down. There's 2 down, and it's a 2v1 situation. Ash, I think, knows the location of this Bandit as he is in this coach check area. Ash gets the revive towards Harry Potter. They're shooting through the kitchen. Ash is trying to challenge, and Bandit's low HP goes towards the main lobby door, and there we go. Knife and WeFit take it to match point. It's great round from WeFit, as we saw them trying to meme a little bit before. I feel like they were just trying to play around, maybe see if they can make it a little bit interesting for themselves. But they played it pretty well. They didn't play it like I foresaw it. They didn't even go up top, get any sort of vertical angle. They just said, our guns are better than your guns. We're going to go into Bakery. We're going to establish a presence. We're going to gun you down, and we're going to win the round. And just like that, it is match point. As we're going to Reading Fireplace, we're going to see a mirror brought out, but, Twitch is just going to be that operator to combat her and hopefully get off those black mirror pops. Those satisfying noises that you hear when the mirror goes out. I just love that noise. Just quick tidbit. As we see them going Reading Fireplace for the first time for Otis. Just talking a bit about the attack here, we see a buck coming in. Let's see if they can get vertical pressure this time around. But from what we've seen, I think that WeFit's got it, and we heard it, chat. Did we hear it? Did we hear it when Mira broke open that Mira window? It was just like that sweet little release. I love that. Might be a little bit into ASMR, but let's not tell anyone. 2 minutes 50 seconds left. Amira's getting this open so she can hear if a hard breach goes off, make it easier for her to maybe run around and shoot off those Bonabellas, shoot off those ace charges. It is denied for now, but you never know what happens within the round. As 3 people have spawned right outside of white. Ash is already up top getting those default hatches. Sophia's already in, rushing up the white stairs. There's a Claymore kill. A vibe alarm, as I like to call it, but it's proximity alarm. Sophia getting shots off, in on reading, knows the location of the mirror. Can she get the pre-fires? What a headshot there, 2v4. As the attack, as WeFit has all the control. Needs trying to see if he can get a pick onto this fireplace hallway. As Twitch is trying to play around with this downed player there. As he saw this shock charge go off. And he's still laying there as Twitch is just watching him die for some reason. And Sophia's just following this Mute. Mute is not even knowing of the location that he's being followed, because that's not a Jackal, that's a Sophia. And that's GG's all around there. WeFit take the match 7-2 over White Lotus. I gotta say, it wasn't
There's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up. right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Better off, better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, we're toe to toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together, we're better off. And we can. Better off, better off.
hide your clean cuts. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If I'm knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, or toe-to-toe, we're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together we're better off. And we can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness had tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring
lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven, it found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
cliche. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, you
Get up, get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up. Cause we gon' light up this place. We got that business for days. Tokyo GA from the outer space. So cover and dock, you're out of luck. We don't give up. Yeah, we're going up. Next floor is us. You're riding with us. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up.
Everything that brought me alive. But we're all like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. We took my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're out up till dawn, but how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Oh, we're all like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi.
is it so hard to let you go? You So why is it so hard to let you go? So why is it so hard to let you go?
We can. Hello and welcome everybody to the Face It, or my apologies, the ESL tournament. We are going to be seeing Mischief play against Wii Sports or something like that. I mean, I'm here with Soul and Covert, and we're ready for the three-man cast, the rarest thing you ever see in a competitive scene. It'll be SOS versus Wii Fit Tennis, and Wii Fit Tennis, my favorite Wii Fit game. How do you guys feel about that, Covert and Soul?
I mean, I'm not terribly familiar with the region, so I'm probably not the best to ask that question. So I'm gonna just hand it to Soul.
Just watching Wii Fit from the last game, to be honest, they looked pretty solid on all fronts. They pretty much made it a meme game. It was pretty much them versus themselves. As the only 2 rounds they lost, they team killed. So that gives you an indication of.
So what you're telling me is the only thing they have to beat is their urge to meme.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
As long as they can beat that, they win.
I gotta hop in here. I gotta hop here and say, guys, my question was what your favorite your favorite Wii Fit game is. Not how these teams are gonna do, but your favorite Wii, let's go Wii Sports. I mean, did everyone here own a Wii?
Yeah, bowling.
Yeah,
Bowling,
I'm gonna have
easy.
to agree with Soul here. Bowling.
Bowling? Dude,
bro,
boxing,
that was
boxing was my game.
Nah,
bro,
dude.
Bro, childhood was great. Like, bro, I had like the perfect strats to get every strike every time. Like, it was big brain. My controller was whack as hell, and if you did like the right wrist movement, it would just give it perfectly to you every time. It was great.
I have golden gloves in boxing, and I'm not gonna lie, I have yet to master any game, but my Wii Fit boxing experience was something that could be contested because I had beaten, I would play my friends
So
in
what
it,
you're
and
telling
they'd be like,
Pon, what you're telling me is that if you were able to control a real life person using Wii Fit boxing, you could
Yes.
beat Muhammad Ali in his prime.
Dude, I could beat Muhammad Ali
Oh
and
my
Mike Tyson at the same time. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
That's not even a question. I mean, I could beat Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson at the same time.
Why? I mean, fair.
Yo,
Gain like
throw
2
a
more
throw
arms when you do that,
throw
or
Floyd Mayweather in there. I need a challenge.
oh,
Oh no! What? Next thing you're gonna say, Jake Paul? Jesus Christ!
no, let's not go there. He
I
needs
could
0
I could
attention.
beat him with my right pinky, dude. I mean, with the way I played that game, dude, I could beat him
I'm
with my
gonna be
right
honest. I'm pretty
pinky.
sure. I'm pretty sure anyone that's even remotely experienced could beat Jake Paul without using their arms. Like,
Say that to Nate Robinson, dude. He got clapped.
yeah,
That
but
dude
yeah.
got
But the thing you gotta
clapped.
remember is Nate Robinson doesn't have any sort of experience whatsoever.
And he's so small.
And defuse bombs.
Yeah.
But let's deter from the memes like We Fit might do this time around against SOS.
I mean, interesting thing. You see, just
We're not.
So I was gonna say, yeah, we see just Ace, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they try and spread out his utility, because obviously he can't open a stand hole with just one anymore. You can just do crouch, which is kind of depressing, but it is what it is. So it'll be interesting to see whether they use all 3 of them on one wall, making a stand and just like a peek hole, or whether they try and make like a stand and crouch hole on attic and bedroom.
Attackers must locate and defuse.
It's a very interesting use of utility. I mean, we're going to be seeing the attackers use only 1 hard breach, and the defenders. We saw Mr. Punch put a majority of his utility towards small tower, which is not typical of a top floor roam, but nevertheless, he's going to get out Sheepay nuts very early on in the round. I think I don't know if that was just poor joining from the attackers or a really great shot coming in from Mr. Punch, but that was phenomenal. But
He had a
nevertheless, like, we're going to be seeing a lot of utility dumped into small tower, but typically small tower isn't pushed. I don't know if that's just something the attackers maybe have seen on Wii Fit Tennis, but an interesting thing to see nonetheless.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think extending that way does make a bit of sense, because you can obviously, if you open up the right holes below, you can completely deny dorms and kids. So being able to use that sort of vertical play is pretty big. So I suppose it's just another way you can
Attackers have
outside of
recovered
just
their
doing it
diffuser.
from below instead of on it itself.
Yeah, it's been a slow push since Mozzie got that first pick off onto the Iana. Lesion's lost a little bit of HP, but you know, he's still alive, he's still ready to shoot, as we see Habana towards this bare window, seeing if she can get bare door. She's not outside. She's in the master. She's
Attackers
going,
recovered the bomb
trying to
diffuser.
see if she can find that Malusi closer in games. Oh, it is a Sophia. Wow.
Attackers bomb
Like,
diffuser has been dropped.
not even on the map. We're just here.
The Malusi is able to hit a nice shot there onto Barcode on the sledge. So there goes your there goes a lot of solid destruction, and I'm pretty sure 78. I can't imagine he used both of them.
Sequential breach activated.
Yeah, we're going to see Vertex trying to hold this attic angle, and the attackers seem to be a little bit distraught about what they want to do. It looks like they are going to be trying to open up attic, but the attic push they don't seem to be committing to fully. They haven't been able to clear up Mr. Punch from below, and he could have a pretty detrimental flank if he decides to push up big tower. He's going to be able to get out that drone and rotate back to kitchen. But still, nonetheless, we're going to be seeing Aspie try and get something going out of this attic push. He's going to be having an M870 right at his side as he's going to be taken out. But Mr. Punch with a nice hit, and Tandler with another pick. Unseen by many, and it's all going to be left onto this Zoan trophy. She can be able to find a pick. She is not, as it is going to be a flawless round as the defenders sniff out the attack, come with the great kills, and clean it up, as we are going to be going 1-0 into the second round.
I just want to, as a smoke main, say I'm offended that you called that the M870. It's an M590, my guy. Please, it's not
Sim
difficult.
590?
Yes, M870 is the GSG9 shotgun.
It's okay.
Oh no.
I don't know my operators, You don't know your guns. It's okay. We can
I mean, you. I mean,
be alright.
you said Ayana died first.
Yeah.
You. So I don't know what that was about. Still.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
on
don't
I'm on
either.
I'm on some other level. Like, honestly, it looks like we are gonna be going to a double hard breach this time around. I think that's a lot smarter from the attackers because it gives you a little bit more room for error. Understanding it won't be pushing second floor,
Attackers
so
need
you
to
have
locate and
two
defuse
opportunities
as
of
many
pushing the
bombs as they
hatches.
can.
Or if you want to, like, if you want to have barcode commit entirely to the hatches, you will be able to either open up potentially bunker or potentially a hatch and pushing freezer. It gives a lot more control. But yeah, I guess I did say Yana. The more I think back at it, my calls have not been great this game. But yeah, the
Hey, I
M8.
mean,
I didn't realize the M870 was. I didn't realize the M870 was the GSG9 operators. I thought that was the SAS
10
operators.
seconds
That
left before
I feel like an idiot for saying that. Shoot.
5 seconds remaining.
I see him 590, my guy.
That's what we're
Attackers
here
must
for,
locate
you know.
and defuse the bomb.
Practice.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Well,
That's why we cast, honestly.
sadly, doesn't look like we're going to get another spawn peak. You know, that was as nasty as that first round. We will see 2 people just stacked up on freezer stairs though, so that is interesting. I'm not sure quite what the plan there is.
I think Mr. Punch is there for the refrag, but it looks like we're going to see him rotate around. I think they were expecting a hard push freezer stairs, but the hard push never came. They were trying to push garage.
Attackers have located
It's
a
more of a
bomb.
main lobby push, but the attackers seem like they might be a little bit more passive. Shibe Nuts has yet to move from spawn after getting absolutely clapped during that spawn peak last time. I honestly think that Mr. Punch kind of made him disconnect his mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't really, by the looks of it, it doesn't really look like the attack know quite what they want to do because they're kind of just hovering around, looking like they're gonna go for a main lobby push, but at the same time they're also committing over to bunker side as well. So it looks like they're almost kind of confused as to where exactly they want to try and do something from, and they're just kind of waiting to see if they can find a frag or something.
Attackers
The Witch
recover
has
the
taken a lot of
diffuser.
damage, and meanwhile, as Walker takes a bit, I'm assuming, from electricity on the hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we saw a lot of that first round too, is them just holding back, trying to see what they want to do, especially from the first round. And the map's gonna get this hatch open with a minute left, so they've taken control where they want to. It's just they take a while to find the picks, but Maluzi is finding the picks right now on freezer stairs, getting 2 nasty headshots. And IQ's here towards the laundry stairs, trying to shoot through this smoke, trying to find a head of her own.
Chive's finally remembered that he can peak in an FPS game after being so distraught from that pick, I'm assuming, in the first round. The Zofia have been able to find a pick onto Malusi. She
Attackers
got
recovered the bomb diffuser.
a bit too aggressive
The
there.
attacker's bomb diffuser has
It
been
did
dropped.
not work out for her.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
As Shibe is now stuck in laundry because of the smoke canister, gets quick dinked by the Kaid. So it's all up to the Zofia and Maverick. Now, I would say pushing together is probably the best chance they have, but they are pushing separately. It's really scary because if they just die, that is a hell of a shot. Mr. Punch not being able to find, not being able to land anything.
Oh no!
Throwing a nade at himself. I mean, you said, like, you know, the biggest issue would be themselves, but I didn't think it would literally be throwing nades at themselves. But it is Vertex able to find the one pick in M590 swinging around a corner. Not what you want to see when you're the last attacker left alive.
Yeah, the M590. I mean, the M590 right up to the face, the best shotgun. I mean, honestly, the attackers did look confused there for about the first minute and a half of the round. She Nuts not leaving the spawn. Then they decided to go for a lobby freezer split push. And when you do a split push like that, it's a tough push because you have to clear out a player from pillars, and you have to at least clear out the player pushing from that closet. If you don't do either of those things, you are just giving the defenders a free reign to win out their ones, and it's a ones that is more favored towards the defenders from the attackers because the attackers
mean-
know the angles that they need to, like, the attackers don't know the angles they're going to get pushed from, and they're getting put into a 2-person crossfire no matter what side of the map they
Attackers need
push
to
from,
locate
no
and
matter what.
defuse bombs.
I totally agree. I think one thing that a lot of teams make mistake of when they try and split push, especially on basement in Oregon, is that they just try and push at the same time evenly. Instead of focusing of just gaining control so they can like solidly push one area and then going to the other. Where with Freezer, it's such a choke point. Like it's literally the entirety of the Freezer push is just one giant choke point essentially. That heavily favors the defenders, and you really do need to commit a lot of
10 seconds to
just a
insertion.
lot of people if you want to try and get control of that. So I usually see like 4 or even 5 of the team all focusing on Freezer until they can at least clear the player sitting in it itself out, and then they'll rotate to try and split down the main. But we just didn't see that. We just saw essentially the Twitch try and push it herself. Like at the start, then waited for one other person to come join, and they just ended up getting headshotted by Mark. So
Yeah, and that is one of the biggest issues with a Freezer push. If you don't have pillar control when you push Freezer, you're essentially screwed. I mean, if you don't have that pillar control,
A bomb has been located.
as an attacker, you don't have any options for a crossfire. And honestly, like, the thing I gotta really comment on with Wii Fit Tennis is that they have not optimized the way that they use hard breach. They bring 2 hard breachers, but 1 hatch was open between a Habana and Maverick that last round.
Yeah.
Right now, they're not focusing on pushing any hard breach. I mean, it looks like they're just going for ones. That is dangerous, and I don't think that is going to be optimal for their success if they want to win this game.
I mean, that's a great point. I mean, I think the other thing is they only open 1 hatch. That's an interesting trade. You lose your Melusi, but you also lose the Zofia. I don't think Zofia used much, if not any of her utility, so that's going to be a much worse trade for the attack than was the defense. Obviously, Melusi just being a set and forget off for the most part. Pretty fine. The one thing I do want to add that is kind of interesting is obviously the fact that they realistically know they're probably going to go to. Okay, so sorry, Habana's just taken her 1s up top and has won 2 of them in a row. As now top floor control has been gained entirely because Vexion just kind of clicked some heads there. So fair play to him. I don't really think you'd want to be relying on your Habana to get a double kill, though. To win your rounds, like that's definitely not great.
Yeah, especially when Smoke has all 3 of his canisters still. Habana does have all 3 of her flashbangs. What a shot from Smoke through the attacker Smoke there. Wasting some time as Habana drops in behind Maestro and gets both picks, and like that, that's a 4K for Habana. I would agree with you though, Covert, that you don't really want to rely on your Habana just winning her gunfights moving forward into this match.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do it maybe with your entry, I mean, it's still not great, but it's alright. But the fact that you're relying on one of your 2 hard breaches to essentially win the round for you is definitely not good.
And it comes down to a philosophy of how you want to play your players. I mean, Vexion was playing that hard breach. I mean, Vexion as a player has played traditionally more hard breach role, but it depends on how you want to play your players. I mean, if you want to honestly go for having them be more of a flex op where they play hard breach,
Attackers need
but
to locate and defuse
their hard
bombs.
breach was immediately picked off. All right, now you can play either primary, secondary hard breach, or you can try and establish map control, which is exactly what Vexion did. Vexion got entire top floor control and played that primary hard breach role. Does that mean Vexion's playing the wrong role? No. They're just playing their operator the way that their operator's not supposed to be played, but they're playing the role role's supposed to be played. I don't agree with the fact that they're relying on their Habana, but I do agree with the fact that they used a player in order to establish map control and collapse in on the site the way that they had. Because having that top floor control and the vertical angles that they had,
To locate bombs
it allowed for them to have a lot more free reign over the map, and it allowed for the other attackers to have some sort of impact, because when you do not have that top floor control, the defenders are holding a ton of angles, and you leave the defenders guessing. Leaving the defenders uncomfortable is your goal, as well as establishing the control. And even though they didn't make anything happen out of the control they had, they did, however, win out their ones. Vexion did a great job, and I think that as long as Vexion's doing that, in a tournament like this, that's exactly what they need to do.
So to easily get the ace breach into master there, super quick, straight into the round almost. So I think they've spotted out someone lower Z. Let's see if Sophia can get the pick off, as there is still some challenges towards that way. It is the Legion.
I mean, this, no offense, but this drone economy is not great from the attack here. They've already done 5 drones. It's like a minute into the round. It's not what you want to see. Shiba is able to find that Legion who's trying to rotate up right stairs, but they will get tagged up.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Tight indeed as Mark Short was able to really shut that down. Shiba with a nice little flick, but not able to find the kill, as Shiba is going to be left at very low HP. The attackers going for a look of a split push here. It looks like they're going to be trying to do a split push on Attic and Gates. Very common push, as a lot of people that have played this game have really gone to see. Vertex is going to be able to hold this Attic bunker and has all of his smoke canisters, narrowly escaping death, as his SMG-12 is his best friend, and Vexion decides to opt not to go for any of that control, as Vexion's going to be trying to flash him out, as one flashbang goes in, another down the hatch, and Vexion's going to jump on through. If they're able to find the kill, they might be able to make something happen out of it, but they are not going to be able to, as Vexion's going to be shot down by Super with the nice long angle, and the attackers down 2 with the control they want, but the execute not coming out the way that they want. It is going to be a very desperate push if they want to make anything happen out of this round.
We see bomb pushing into site, but that's bomb down. Sophia does get the refrag 2v2 situation. 27 seconds left. That is not optimal to try and get the bomb down, especially. But now it is a 2v1 situation with Jaeger finding the Sophia pick towards that diffuser with the Maluzi, alerting Jaeger. Unknown of this Cali. Oh, may have heard her with the Banshee charge. And Jaeger wins the round.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very interesting round to say the least. Obviously, it starts off going well for the attackers. Getting the opening pick onto the Legion is great for them, and then from there it just started to go downhill for the most part. Your Habana tries to pull off some heroics aeronautic to try and open it like they did the previous round, and it just doesn't work. Super's holding a long angle. You've got your smoke pretty much at where she's dropping with the M590 out, and they obviously are just gonna drop. Ace tries to go into Ace has to try and go into sight because how little time left you've got. He's able to find one, then dies. Sophia's able to find another, which is pretty solid. And then Barcode found one of his own, and it was all up to Super. But the Sophia was just stuck trying to get into sight with the Malusi charge. It was pretty much a free kill for Super, and then it was all up to Kali. No 1v1 didn't have a diffuser. Didn't really have the time to try and make plants, so we just had to try and get the kill.
And that is an issue with solo pushes. I mean, if you are in a 2v1 situation, you want to set up for the refrag. Problem was, you can get an execute down if you know where the defender is. If you don't know where the defender is, you're struggling those 22 seconds to figure out where you want to get your execute down. They knew who the defender was. He had not left dorms. He had not. And when you're in that kind of situation, you want to, as an attacking team, take a second back and push together. That didn't happen. They didn't set up for the refrag, they set up for their ones. A 2v1 is a really great situation to be in. A 1v1 set up with a second 1v1 not a great situation. And they gave Super 2 1v1s, and with the way we've seen Super frag out this entire time, Super won both of his 1v1s. With how they are playing it the way that they had, I mean, honestly, even without seeing the way the round had gone through, SOS had won that round because WeFit did not push together, they did not set up and execute together, and they gave Super 2 1v1s, and he made the most out of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is pretty much like the number one rule of Siege. If you have the man advantage, you just can't give 1v1 to the opponent. It's essentially the only way you win. In any sort of 1vx situation, it can be a 1v5, and if you give them 1v1s, it's just as winnable as it would be if it was as if it was a 1v2. Because essentially the only difference is that they might take a bit of HP damage each time if they're clicking heads. Won't really make a difference.
Yeah, as Hibana gets the easy breach onto the freezer hatch, and Luigi's going to get droned out. And we see Kaid trying to trick this hatch with the Kali charge coming out. He does retrieve his Electric Claw and does get the denial on the Kairos charges.
I
Great.
like that. That was really well timed. He picked it up so the electricity went away right as the Kali charge went off to bait the Hibana into thinking that they got rid of the Kaid, and then they just didn't. So that is really well played from Kaid there.
I don't think Kaid's gotten spotted out on this little bullet hole he's got watching the tower stairs, but he is going to get droned out, so I think he's going to relieve his position there as it is a soft wall, and you can get killed through it. As
Soft
3 of
wall
them are on
indeed.
tower stairs.
Yeah, soft wall indeed, as all the attacks are gonna kind of ball up on that big tower stairs. They're gonna go push in. Vertex finds one, and that's going to be Vexion, but Vexion making the impact on the round that they need. Super and Chandler off the board as they have 15 seconds left to try and make a push go through. The C4 goes out, nothing happened out of it. We get to see an impact grenade go out, but taken out as soon as that goes out, and Shibe Nuts Naspe able to clean up that round as the attackers struggling to find control and pushing from one side, win out their ones, win out their guns, and make something happen. We see another round go for the attackers.
I mean, I hate to say it, but that round went that way. I want to say almost entirely because Pillar Wall was soft. It completely split sight. No one could really try and rotate at all to get a better position. The Jaeger was essentially stuck where he was, in that really shitty corner by Pillar. What's it called? The 2 in sight over by Elbow Wall. The only way they could go would be back into Laundry, which you can't really do. And it really does bring up the question of, could they really not save a reinforcement anywhere else to stop that from happening?
It's a great question.
Defenders, protect your bombs
As I'm
from
not
being defused
sure
by attackers.
what their reinforcement setup was, because I do agree that that wall is pretty pivotal, especially when the attackers, 3 of them was it, push down those tower stairs. Just gonna bode terrible for the defense, as that's an easy angle to look straight into sight. So let's see if they can save a reinforcement this time around. Maybe play a better angle towards there, or possibly get a roam, a flank off to help the defenders try and make it a bit easier on themselves, especially if the attackers decide to go there again. As the round has just started, we saw Kaid get his Electro Claws on some hatches. Luz is getting some Banshees down, a little bit late setup from the defense.
I didn't see, did they have that wall done? I didn't.
I'm not sure, but they did get the Hibana pellets off onto that laundry hatch. But let's see
Laundry
if
hatch
they did.
after the rework went on to go split into not as impactful as it was previously, as it gives you a bit of control, but not terribly. If anything, the best thing that hatches for is either A, a post plant, or B, just so you can throw like nades safely, like so you can burn an ADS or something without having to severely risk yourself. That Kite placement obviously not working well, because it was able to just beat Kali charged anyway. So I think that was probably not intended.
The attacker's bomb diffuser.
As Marcus Shock's able to find the Kali of Barco, that impact does a lot of damage to Habana. And Vertex obviously getting injured by that Kali body shot, however, does mean that he will, that the damage will be roughly equal, obviously Barco being dead though. So man count, not.
I'm interested why they had gone for this Warden pick. I mean, we haven't seen any strong smoke lawyer gameplay. Maybe they're going for the 1.5 sight on that MPX. So you're going to be seeing Mark attempt to try and get some pretty good picks, as we are going to be seeing that Moose taken on Big Tower Stairs. And the position of Super is going to be called out through too quick. Zofia charges, and Super is not even going to be phased by that, as he does attempt to rotate back into the corridor. Big Tower control is going to be given up, but the attackers are already down a man. Without that Kali, I mean, there's not a whole ton that they can do as a pick goes out on the Vexion. Mr. Punch doing exactly what his name says, punching out those attackers, gaining that control. And without that hard breach, that is a lot down for the attack, as we get to see a smoke canister go out in 32 seconds left in the round. Vertex in with the flank, the sentry going in for a double flank down Big Tower Stairs. I don't know if the attackers are aware, as they don't have a flank drone up, but we get to see one flick. But they will not expect the second, as Mark is going to be pushing down. He finds one. Is he able to find the second? He is not, as he's going to be taken down, but 9 seconds is going to be left in the round. The attackers are going to be delayed, as kills are going to be going out. Tandler is going to be able to find one. It's all going to be left onto the Zofia, as a kill's not going to be found. Super cleans up the round, and the defenders find themselves another.
Well, I mean, that was better from the defenders than the last one. I still didn't really see if they actually reinforced that wall, but what they did do were they were able to keep the attackers at bay a bit more. I'm pretty sure the attackers went for a much different push that time, which may have been the issue. They might have thought that the defenders would have adjusted heavily to try and stop that, when really they didn't change too much, and that might have been what ended up biting them in the back. So. Half switching though, so now we will see Wii Fit Sports on defense and SOS on attack. So it'll be interesting to see how the strats vary here between the two teams on defense and attack, and what types of push they rather do.
Yeah, we just saw Goyo 6-picked onto an Echo, and Echo did just receive his recent changes, where his drones are visible now, I believe.
I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure Echo's good. I'm pretty sure Tachanka and Aruni are the only two.
ADS deployed and ready to go. Camera activated!
Because it wasn't like a major change. It was just like, it was just tweaks to the gadget, kind of like what with Habana, rather than Tachanka. They changed the entire run.
Seconds to go.
I'm 99% sure.
Attackers are
ESL and Faceit have allowed Echo into competitive play.
Lots of shields being thrown here. 2 of them. Interesting place. I think that's a very interesting place to put it, on that door. I feel like that could definitely come back to bite them in the back if they lose out of control.
Initiating jammer.
Will be interesting.
I just want to see how these yokais come into play later in the round, to be honest. As we see we see one Echo drone placed on the bottom white stairs and one on trophy, excuse me.
Oh, what a nice shot there from the smoke. One taps the Maverick as he's trying to open up what looks to be the eyes of a smiley face in Attic Wall. I'm not quite sure what he was doing there, but there goes one of your hard breaches, and there goes one of your hard breaches to aim. Just a solid gunner. Vertex is able to find the Jaeger, who was swinging closet for some reason. Not quite sure what that was. Maybe he was getting hard pressured from somewhere else, but I can't imagine he was with how they've got shielded up. So I'm not quite sure what his plan was there, as the Echo drone will double stun the Ash. I'm not sure what the point of that was, as it will just give away the position. Realistically, no one checks up there anyway, because it's such an odd place. I think it's such an odd place that no one really thinks to check of it in the action, so if you would just left it be, he probably would have gotten away with it. However, Ash does get taken down by the Echo himself, as he just swings and finds the headshot, as Master Bedroom control has fallen back to the defenders. And now all the attackers are really working with is essentially Armor Corridor, and now maybe Upper Attic. Upper Attic and Corridor is like two very interesting points to control, as we do see Barcode retreat all the way back into Master Bedroom, knowing the attacker's not going to push in there. And this is the defenders trying to delay off the attack for as much as possible. They give themselves enough time to go for the retake. They're going to use that game's wall opened to their advantage, as we have seen Barcode do this entire time. I mean, Barcode has had some interesting plays on those Echoes. I mean, with the double stun on the Ash, what was the point of doing that? I don't think there was a point, as Barcode is going to be... He's going to be twiddling with those white stairs. We get to see Tandler go right through there. We get to see one go through the SMG-12 as Tandler tries to find another. Doesn't find his pick, as it's all going to be left right onto Mr. Punch. Picks out his pistol. 3 seconds left. Finds one. One is only left as he's able to find the kill. Diffuser does not go down in time, and We Fit Tennis, not the best game on We Fit, finds another round. I mean, true. That really went south for the defenders fast there. I mean, they're in a really good position to win that round. Obviously, having control of Master Bedroom means they can play from that position and essentially use the attacker's utility against them with that holding games rule. But what didn't work out, the Echo got distracted by the drone, and it was perfectly capitalized on by the Zofia. She then hit another nasty shot directly afterwards before being taken down. And then it was all up to the Nomad, realistically, which didn't end up going. It was all up to the Nomad. She hit the sick flick on the dock, but the final defender being just off-site, not really much she could do.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
This is a 4-3 scoreline. SOS leading just by 1 round. They do decide to go bottom. The Barcode decides to swap from an Echo to a Jaeger. I think that's a solid choice from him. At least he'll be able to combat the stuns of Habana, the smokes of Ace, and the grenades of Maverick, as where the Echo drone didn't really play too much of a factor in that last round. Yeah, he stunned Ash, got the pick onto Ash, but ultimately his drone did get taken out. That's intel gone. Thankfully, it didn't play a pivotal mark into the loss of that last defensive round.
Yeah, I don't know if the switch from Barcode was voluntary or forceful, as obviously he had an illegal skin on, so if he tried to win it a second round in a row, they would either have to TK or just forfeit the round straight up, so we'll have to see. The setup though, it looks extremely similar to what we saw from the other side. Mr. Punch is able to find the opening frag onto Shibe, however, takes a lot of damage for it though. Interesting there. I'm not sure why you'd bring a doc to play hyper aggressively like that. I mean, yes, he can stim himself, but if he loses the gunfight, he's essentially wasted all his utility. I think if you want to play someone that aggressively, Rook is... I don't really think a rook is good for comp, but it's probably better than just sacrificing the gold stems. In an open fight.
Yeah, that and they didn't bring a Cade, so it was really easy for them just to get that pick off, get the meeting hatch with ease, making it so much easier for the attack further into this round, as they still have 1:25 left, and they still have all 5 of their guns up as the defense is down to 3. And I hear a late reinforcement going off
That was
into tarps. I think that was to delay the attackers going in towards that J wall. As Mr. Punch is still going off, getting a pick off, making it a 5v2. Spots the warden in laundry. He's going to call that out. Sophia's going to look for the warden towards the bomb. He has rotated off towards the rotation. He's in B now into the small cubby. He's been spotted. They're getting the bomb down, and warden dies. SOS with their second attacking round now, almost to match point.
Yeah, I mean, SOS has done a really great job out of establishing control. Just to give you guys a little bit of context, when you get that late reinforcement down, that late reinforcement is really, it's actually an expected reinforcement. You typically want to reinforce off J bunker a minute into the round. As soon as the attackers have the chance of establishing control, you only want to delay the push from J bunker for about the first minute, maybe minute and a half, based on what your attacking strategy is. I mean, you only want to hold it for a very little bit of time. If you overcommit to that position and do not reinforce it off, you give the attackers a great line of sight by having a soft wall back there, and you essentially give up the round. So you want to try and play it where you deny it. You want to get an opening kill. We didn't get to see that happen, but if you want to try and get a pick or delay them for as much as possible, and then reinforce off late. Obviously, that didn't work out for them, but that is typically the way you want to play J bunker.
Yeah, I mean, great way to put it. I think how long you stay is obviously very dependent on what's happening. I mean, if you can find an opening pick, usually even if it's been like 30 seconds, you're still probably at that point just going to give it up, because there's no point trading the pick back, just trying to hold it for 30 seconds or so. But at the same time, if they're just not really pressuring you, and you can hold it, and you can just sit there and hold it for 2 minutes, where they're just occasionally trying to move and throw a flash or something, and then repeat, you do that. I mean, it's just dependent. The one thing that is interesting though is reinforcing that late into the round when you've given up so much map control is really dangerous, because it's really easy to just get swung and die because you're really exposed, obviously back facing completely away from where you get deep from. You really rely on your teammates.
I was almost nervous when I heard the late reinforcement and we swapped over to Warden. I was like, my heart almost dropped to my chest because I thought it was an attacker ready to pounce on that late reinforcement. But thankfully, it was just Warden trying to help out, trying to see if he can, allow for that reinforcement to go off. As we see Vigil on the roam towards the laundry stairs. Gets spotted out by the drone. Let's see if he stays there as Vertex on the ace is trying to find the pick. Oh, didn't get the drone. My mistake. That's huge.
Position might not be unknown, but him himself is going to rotate back as we see Tandler try and push down these freezer stairs. Free fire coming in, a few bullets coming out of that gun. But we get to see Vexon go to this such common angle of holding freezer stairs. Hopping on those cams, we get to see Mr. Punch utilize that new, for those of you who don't know, Hibana can adjust the amount of pellets that she puts on a hatch. And the 4 pellets there do exactly what they need to do. They do open up that electrical hatch. That is a line of sight. Very, very, very positive for the attack. As we get to see Tandler push down yet again. We get to see a stun come out, and we get to see that drone. As Tandler is trying to figure out something, but the attackers have no solid map control. We are almost 2 minutes into the round, and we finally get to see one push down Freezer, but they do not have pillar control. So if they want to attack Freezer, they're going to have to deal with pillar, as we do have that wall. As we get to see here, Aspie is going to be left. is not going to be found out as he's going to be playing on that softball. Shibe Nuts on that dock, playing that tight angle on pillars as the attackers don't really know the defenders' positions. And they're going to need to make something happen as Tandler takes the words out of my mouth. Takes out Barcode, sends out another stun, but it's going to be caught. And I'm not sure if Tandler knows that Vexian is playing here. This is a position that could be key for taking over the round as they need freezing control. Vexon gets that kill as we get to see Shibe Nuts and get another. Aspie finds his second. It's going to be a 2v4. The attackers were finding something. Don't find anything as the round is going to be cleaned up with that SMG-12, and we are going to be moving on to match point.
No, that was We Fit taking the round. We got a couple more. A match point is yet another round away for SOS.
Man, I've really been not on top of my jazz during during some of these calls tonight. Yes, We Fit is going to take that round, and it looks like we are going to be delaying match point for a little bit more as the attackers were a little bit too delayed as they were trying to get that execute and push going through. The defenders holding that off almost beautifully as Shibe Nuts was playing that dock on the pillars, but we are going to be going back to a second floor defense, and I'm hoping the defenders can continue the magic they've had defending this bomb site.
You know, the best thing about a delay pond is more siege.
I mean, yes.
Just think about it.
I mean, technically speaking, the best and worst thing about a delay is
True, very true.
Obviously, you know, we all love Siege here, you know. We enjoy watching it and casting it, but at the same time, it's Siege, like.
You see, this is the greatest thing about a TriCast. If I mess up something, odds are, at least one of the two of you is going to be able to pick up on that and be like, yeah, Pond was wrong, but we'll correct this right now. And it really is a nice little safeguard that I have as a caster that I know they got two solid casters behind me. I'll call things out. Will they be right? 50% of the time, maybe.
I love that. Will they be right? 50% of the time, possibly? I don't know. 50% of the time, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, let's take a moment to say thank you to our broadcast team.
Yeah, the absolute well-oiled machine known as Insane.
Wow.
Well, that is.
I think Chandler wants to say thank you to the broadcast team as well. That was a two shot.
Man just breaks the barricade brief out of the window and bye-bye, there goes your smoke, and about 30 seconds of time wasting gone there. That's a spicy echo cam.
You see, one of my favorite things about casting is that you get to learn about some nice little spicy angles as we get to see that Smoke taken out so early on. Smoke's not going to be able to have the area denial impact as he might before. As I believe Super is going to be going to try and open up a small hole in the wall, but
I know what he's trying to do, but he just ain't doing it right. There we go. He's got to eventually get up there. He got there. Oh, Barcode gets Mark, and then Chandler finds Barcode. So losing your Warden, but the attackers lose the Ash. It's
It's a trade that you do not want to see as Thermite pushes in and does exactly what Goga loves to do. Makes that fragment as the defenders are going to be pushed back into dorms and attic. As we see Shibe Nuts holding on for dear life. A C4 goes out desperately as that does not click, and Super ends Shibe's desperate life. As we get to see a peek come in here, that peek finds something with that SMG-12. As Saraz tries to find something, trying to gain back this control of the SMG-12. Doing the damage that it needs to do, but the diffuser is down. The attackers just need to hold their angles as Mr. Punch tries to find a secondary angle, but it's that defender holding against those top two frags, and Mr. Punch says exactly what he has. He cleans it up. And now we are going to be going on to match point as we get to see a nice little shot. Diffuser down. Map control put off perfectly as the attackers cleaned up the way that they should.
Hey, yo, Pond, you really don't know the SAS loadout, do you?
It's the SMG-12, right? Man,
So
if
you
you
wanna
say
tell
it's
him?
the SMG-11, honestly, I have gotten the shotgun wrong. If I get the SMG wrong, like right
It,
now, I
it,
might as
it,
well just
it,
quit
it's the
casting.
SMG-11. The SMG-12 is Vigil, Dokkaebi, and Wardens.
Good lord, someone better get me off the broadcast for the night.
Well, gentlemen, I am here to get you out of the broadcast.
You are having an absolute mess tonight, Pond. You have completely forgotten what the SAS operators bring to the table. First, you say they're bringing the German shotgun. Now you're saying they're bringing the South Korean SMG. This is just not going well for you, my friend.
Next, I'll say they're
Attackers
bringing
need to
the
locate and defuse as many
R4C.
bombs
So
as
you
they
know
can.
what? Honestly, anything's up in the air. The SAS operators can bring whatever I so choose as the broadcasters say they can. That's my determination.
I mean,
we're gonna make this a
oh,
fun
that shield!
cast
I
now.
really like that shield from Barcode. It gives you such a dirty angle. It's a couple pixels where you can
10
get
seconds to insertion.
because of how the bed, like the sheet on the bed is shaped, and it's so insanely defender-sided. It's
I
really.
feel like it's dirty because it's on the
Attackers are
bed,
moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
you know?
I mean, if anything, it's probably the opposite because realistically, you're not going to be able to get down and dirty if there's just a big metal shield in the way. So.
I mean, I always bring protection. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but like, there's protection and then there's building a wall in your bed.
Alright guys, I think we should get a little bit more PG with our cast here. Jeez.
Hey, we didn't say any of the strong words.
No strong words coming out, but implications are everything as Mark tries. As I try and turn the attention away, Mark takes out that very new Claymore. Tries to hold off Big Tower. I don't know how much Big Tower control is going to make out of his. Mark is going to have to try and find a pick, but doesn't have any to help behind him. Though, Super does like take the words out of my
located
mouth
by attackers.
and comes up there with that beautiful little Maverick and is going to try and get another Maverick trick going through. Hopefully a little bit more successful as last time we've seen another Claymore go down. I'm going to be pretty confident that some of these flanks are going to be covered, but the defenders have showed nothing other than a turtle defense. So I don't know how successful his
Attackers
Claymores
have
will
located a
be,
bomb.
especially with the looks we've seen on defense defending the second floor bomb
I
site.
didn't even realize they have an L this round. They no longer
They
have
had.
an L this round.
They had an L of this round.
Classic cast a curse. As soon as you mention something, they die. So. Oh, Mark finds another one there on Shibe. That will be the Echo Dog. I'm not sure Ella and your Echo Barker gets tanked up, and Aspie has lost some HP as well. There literally has been a smiley face made on that attic wall, as well as the hole that that they're using. Barco breaks that window after falling off the gunfight with a Maverick to find Mark. The plant is going down, however, he's going to big dig this swing onto Maverick, and it will not work. Meanwhile, Tandler is able to take down Aspie. And once again, it's up to this Mew. All by his lonesome to try and clutch a 1v4. He's found one already, but post-plant, 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds left effectively. And he will have to swing and be taken out, and that will be GG. SOS take the game.
A great little execute coming down as we get to see the Mew try and make something happen out of that SMG-11, but nothing positive as the attackers set up every single cross angle they could. They had the diffuser down. They were set in their post-plant situation, and in the end, we get to see the likes of Tandler and Mr. Punch absolutely demolish this team and move on to the next round. So we are going to be going for a little bit of a break as we get this second match going, but that was a wonderful, wonderful game as we had seen between, that is a wonderful, wonderful game we got to see between SOS and we what was that? Wii Fitness Tennis? I think
Wii
I
Fit
think
Tennis. It was Wii Fit
Wii
Tennis.
Fit Tennis. That's not a Wii Fit game. That's a Wii Sports game.
Shh.
I've played enough Wii Fit in my life to know. But we will be coming back. We will be coming back to the semifinals as we take a little bit of break. Please tune in later as we get to see two very talented teams get to take it forward and try and go to the grand final.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up.
all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, we're toe to toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together, we're better off. And we can. kid, you're clean cut. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If I'm knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches, or toe-to-toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together we're better off, and we can. And we can. And we can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the time how close it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness it tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, pain.
my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
cliche. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, hard, baby. Yeah, now
give up. Yeah, we're going up. Next floor is us. You're riding with us. Get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. Pick up body till we black out. Black out. So get the fuck up.
all alive. The devil's in the detail, lingered inside. Oh, a holy crime. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going wrong like nonsense. Playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence without an alibi. Without an is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? Let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Me up, play me like a bass guitar. Simmer down and mash me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Me up, drumming round in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't Into the underground. intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the. I know the sadness that cripples you. It comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the. Move like the, move like the. Move like the, move like the. Radiate, radiate, radiate. Gravitate, gravitate, gravitate. Innovate, innovate, innovate. Move like the sunlight. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight. things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They say, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Better off, better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, or toe to toe, we're always on the road. We're so better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together, we're better off, and we can.
kid, you're clean cut. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If I'm knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match, pulling punches, or toe to toe. We're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together we're better off, and we can't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the how close it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness it tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
Empty hearts and neon lights.